Fuck nigga, and it's like that. Welcome back. We got another episode of Survival Time. I'm your host with the most funny cash money nigga. We finna get in the motherfucking story of the man himself today. And that nigga is Monster Cody. So we finna see what the fuck he's talking about as far as his coming up in the gang world. Holla at me.
When you become part of the A-Tray gangsters, did you run across any of your childhood friends from when you lived on Hillcrest?
Let me tell you something, man. It's this guy named Joe Jackson. I've been trying to track this guy down. He was the king of school. He was next to me at the graduation class when we formed on stage. Strangest thing happened here. The day before I joined the gang, this guy robbed me at the gate. And I came to the gate, I had a dime for milk in my coin pocket while I thought I had a good stash spot because my pants were so motherfucking tight. My mother had dressed me in some bullshit. Anyway, I pushed through the gate, dude at the gate, getting his taxes, patting people down. He said, let me get a nickel. I said, I ain't got no money. He said, all I find I can have, because that was like the saying back then. All I find I can have. So I said, yeah, man, all you find you can have. He started patting my pockets, but he couldn't feel nothing. That fool went right in my coin pocket and found that dime. And he cracked me. Boom! And he didn't even have to.
I want to say this right quick because we listening to this like with the bully situation. I never understood why big ass grown ass niggas or teenage niggas go fucking with kids and start trying to take their little 10 cent or their 25 cent or their dollar from them. I never got understanding for that. I never understood when the big ass niggas was taking niggas basketballs or footballs and shit like that. I never understood that. Like, I think that shit is corny. I think you're a goofy ass nigga. I think you're a bitch because at the end of the day, if it was somebody your size and when that person do grow to be your size, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna be on shit. So I really be hating people like that, and then this be the reason why a lot of niggas be turning into like bullies and shit they damn self because they don't want to get bullied no more, so they finna be the bully, and niggas don't even be realizing when they start falling in sync with that program and that mentality. But we'll see what you talking about.
See, that's what upset me. I would have paid my tithe, but now you cracked me. That's personal. So you cracked me, right? Boom. So I went down, lip busted, money gone, robbed and assaulted. Next day I joined the gang. Took me 2 years to see this dude. He went from no gang, but in 2 years I had excelled so many fucking fathoms towards the bottom in this gang world that I wasn't even the same person when I seen him in 8th grade, because that shit happened in the 6th. And I walked to the gate and there he was, at fucking Henry Clay, way down there on 123rd. And I walked to the gate and I got on him right there. Got on him. And I just threw the whole bottom teeth out. I mean, I took my time, man, but he assaulted this dude because I was so maniacal by that time. I had so much anger, so much hatred. And then this dude, that all that had happened to me as a consequence of what this dude did. If he had took my dime.
I'm gonna say this. You never know what this child is gonna grow up to be when you put your hands on these kids, and you put your hands on these kids for whatever reason you putting your hands on these kids for. Always be mindful of touching people and putting your hands on people, putting your hands on children especially, because they will grow to be adults. That's the problem that with adults who be adults in the present, don't realizing that they will be faulty later on down the line, or they will eventually have to compete with this nigga for real when they get to that level, because eventually they gonna grow to a human being that is leveled up to where you're at if they don't surpass your ass. But this just goes to show you what the fuck go around come around. And like he said, it's so funny because prior to him joining the gang, he was a whole different person. Him joining that gang changed his whole mentality into an animal, and them characteristics and them things they teach you and have you doing, like when you hang with older niggas who ain't influencing you in the right way, they will turn you into a whole nother beast, and you don't know what the fuck he was doing around this time as a gangbanger, what the fuck you really mean by moving up them levels. He could have been catching bodies, anything. And he a young nigga at this point. I'm quite sure he not even in high school yet probably. So that's my thing. Like, I don't understand what the fuck, like, the black community when it comes to bullying and picking on each other is crazy to me. It's just weird.
Honestly, on the set, on everything I love. If this dude had just robbed me and took the dime because I said I didn't have it, I lied. Okay, you found it, I'm gone. If you had just did that, I would have been cool. I probably wouldn't even go to join the set the next day. I wouldn't have had that built up anger. I already had been curious. I had been writing Crip here and there. You know what I mean? But I really wasn't really like too much set. It was just this amorphous Crip thing. That when I see the homies, they would say, hey, little nigga. And I was like, hey.
I ain't finna sit here and cap with you. I think the nigga would have joined anyway, personally. Fuck what you talking about, because clearly, as you see, he was already gaining influence from the gang. So it really wouldn't make sense for me to say that he wouldn't join the gang. But what I will say is this: he probably would have been a different person had a motherfucker not did that to him. But this just goes to show you about like affecting motherfuckers down the line and how motherfucking make one bad decision on somebody else's behalf and you fuck up their entire life and yours. Because later on down the line, he comes after the bully and beat the shit out of that nigga. He knocked this nigga teeth out. Like, goddamn, yo, watching all all of these gang videos and shit like that, watching these niggas, it just shows you, stop treating these kids like they don't matter. Stop treating children like they don't matter. You were a child once, you are going to have children, or you already got children, or shit, you got grandkids. And this would be funny to me about niggas his age who are still in the street. Why would you still be in the street if you have children and grandchildren that you know you do not want going through those same trials and tribulations? But y'all let me know what y'all think, because personally I think like he really playing into like the stereotype of like most of these niggas that been coming out of LA, or rather really he playing into the street stereotype, feeling like niggas is his homies, feeling like he got a family because he joining up with a gang, and feeling like he got niggas on his side now because he wasn't big enough at a point in time. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'll leave this link in the description. Peace, I'm out, see ya.
Hey, gotta know your purpose, understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These hoes be